My name is Christian. I'm a teacher at Yoga West, and today I'll be going through some of the steps to help you for your Pincha Mayurasana practice or your forearm balance practice, which is quite a challenging asana from the second series of Ashtanga Vinyasa, and it requires a lot of patterns in your muscles that perhaps you're not so comfortable in doing. So hopefully some of the tips that I'll go through this video will be helpful for your practice. And just remember to enjoy the process, and it may feel like you are slowly progressing, but make sure that you take enough time and have patience and enjoy being in the process of getting up rather than just rushing your way upwards for the full pose. And as it is an inversions, it requires a lot of presence, mainly because of survival instincts for you not to face plant down. But and again, it requires a lot of stability and integrity of the shoulders, but also the whole body activation. So hopefully you'll find this video and these tips useful for your practice. Okay then, so one of the tips that I find very useful in my practice is how to position my shoulders in relation to my body when it comes to Pincha Mayurasana. So if you just take a moment to bring your arms out to the side in line with the shoulders, and just notice how it feels when you bring the palms of the hands to face upwards towards the sky. And just the action of bringing the palms of the hands up perhaps help you find some more broadness of the collarbones and your upper arms rolling outwards. But at the same time as you do this action, try to keep the body roughly in line, so closing the lower ribs into the spine, and cultivate a quality of breath here. Perhaps you'd like to breathe your Ujjayi breath, that husky, that whispering sound at the back of the throat that we engage in the practice. And now with this action of the palms of the hands facing upwards, just keeping this broadness of the collarbones, bring the hands to face down, but keeping the upper arms rolling outwards. And from that space, bring the hands towards the front of the room, keeping that same action as you bring the hands towards the front. And this is roughly at the position of your arms if you would come through a plank pose, where your upper arms are kind of rolling outwards away from the ears, and the lower arms are kind of inwards pressing to earth. And that connection of space and broadness to the collarbones is the same that you find in your downward facing dog. When you bring your arms upwards, that same action of rolling the shoulders down and connecting to the shoulder blades, perhaps the same connection that you will find in your headstand, same action through the elbows bending, or also same action through your forearm balance when you go upside down. So whether you are here, or in your forearm balance, the same action of drawing the shoulders away from the ears is important, because it helps you connect to these big muscles of the shoulders that will stabilize when you go upside down for the Pincha practice. With this action of the arms roughly in place, we're going to move into the mats. And if you want to, you can start onto the hands and knees first, and just find that connection of pressing the ground away. That's really important, to visualize that you're actually pressing from somewhere, and not just from the ground, but from these big muscles of the shoulders. And with this action from the hands and knees, you can just place the elbows down. And if it helps to bring the elbows narrow, so not so wide to the side, bring the elbows roughly as in line with the shoulders, maybe even a little bit narrower than the shoulders. And from that space, spread the fingertips wide on the mat. And one thing that happens a lot in Pincha Mayurasana practice is that you lose connection to the wrists pressing down. So make sure that you keep that connection to earth when you go up. Now, from here, I invite you to tuck the toes behind you and lift as you would do to your downward facing dog. And maybe for some, this will be enough to just stay here, building the strength and that same action of drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And noticing whether you can keep this action of pressing the shoulders back as you walk the feet forwards towards you. So what tends to happen is, as you come forward, the shoulders tend to follow as well. But keep the shoulders over the elbows and rolling away from the ears as you start to tiptoe the feet close to you. And from that space, maybe you'd like to raise one leg up towards the sky. So your upper body is pressing backwards, and your lower body is coming inwards in opposition. And again, pressing the wrists down towards the ground. So maybe that may be enough. If you feel super comfortable and active, maybe you can, as you tiptoe the feet close, raise one leg up towards the sky, press the ground away from the shoulders, press the wrists, and slowly lean forward. And as you lean forward, you may find slightly more lightness to the feet until you can get enough liftness to go up. Enough liftness to play lifting up and holding maybe in an L shape, maybe holding all the way up to the full Pincha Mayurasana practice. Keeping the gaze roughly in between the forearms, and again making a connection to the wrists as you press to the shoulders. Toes also active and part the pose. Slowly release. Now we're going to break it down, maybe using the wall, if you feel more comfortable to use the wall. Cool guys, well I hope you enjoyed this short video, and I hope you found the tips useful for your practice. If you want to learn more about this and other asanas, check out my classes at Yoga West. My name is Christian, and I hope to see you on the mat soon. Thank you.